I'm Hattie Collins from Rewind Magazine. I'm here with star of stage, screen, film, and of course music, Ashley Walters. How you doing, Ashley?
How you doing, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. What's going on? Where are we today? Tell us what we're doing.
What we're doing here is rehearsing for a play that I'm about to appear in at the Young Vic. So we're in the rehearsal stages at the moment. We're just rehearsing there. It's called In the Red and Brown Water.
And what's it about?
It's a deep one, Kind of focuses on a young girl's kind of, I don't know, maybe rites to passage, I suppose, relationships growing up. And yeah, I mean, that sort of thing.
Okay, what about the character you play?
I play a smooth-talking, suave, I don't know, womanizer, stroke man.
Stroke man.
Yeah.
A lot of research for that then, I'm sure.
Yeah, loads. Yeah.
What about the music? What are you working on music-wise at the moment?
Just finished working on the new album, which is entitled A Waters. It's going to be out in like spring 2009. First single's out in beginning of October. So just kind of getting the album ready to put together, getting a promo done and such,
2008 it's been a really, really good year, obviously, for the UK urban scene. We've had Estelle, Wiley, Dizzy, Ironic going to number 1, number 2. What are your feelings on kind of how it's blown up this year?
It's first and foremost, it's an amazing thing. It's good to see that many kind of urban acts in the charts, if you want to call it that. But at the same time, I mean, there's been a definite change, a conscious change from artists in the music that they're putting out there in order to appeal to the mass market, do you know what I mean, and to cross over. So when you look at tracks like Rolex, it's a very definite commercial crossover track. Dance With Me, it's not something that Dizzy would usually do, but is very effective in the commercial market. Same with Estelle, having Kanye West and John Legend and people like that vouch for her and kind of being big in the States has kind of made the situation much more great over here. Ironic, I was with him in IB for like 2-3 weeks ago, and he's a young guy as well. He's just come through, but he's going for that same sound as well. So you can see a clear distinction between before, do you know what I mean, and now, and the reason why things like that are working now, do you know what I mean? So I think that's a great thing because it just shows maturity and progression in the music scene in general.
So when it comes to doing A Waters next year, will we see like an electro single from Ashley? Will we see 50 Cent on the album at any point?
Okay, well, you never know. Nah, 50's not going to be on the album. I'm not even going to start that rumour or lie now. But I am shooting another film with him soon, actually, as well. So when I get time to spend with him, I'll probably try and get him in the studio then. But yeah, I mean, like on my album is kind of, there's a lot of different stuff going on. I've got my second single is with Mutia from Sugar Babes, which is kind of a very commercial radio track. The first single is with Sway, which we're shooting a video for in a couple of weeks. Third one I've got is with Nole, and that's on a hip-hop beat done by Joe Buddha, with a new R&B artist singing on a hook called Ebru, who's really cool. So yeah, I'm kind of taking it there, but I haven't gone all the way. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to kind of get people round to my way of thinking. I'm not trying to run around this.
Given that you're doing a rehearsal right now, you're going to be filming this new film with 50 Cent. There's an album coming. How do you sort of balance being a father with having such a huge workload? How does that work out?
It's hard. You have to plan everything. You know what I mean? Before you kind of do it, you can't live that spontaneous lifestyle that everyone wishes they could. And that I used to, but now the kids have spoiled it. No, but yeah, it's like it goes hand in hand with kind of what I've bought into. Do you know what I mean? So I can't complain. Sometimes it means I don't sleep. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't eat. Sometimes I do. It's just life. I love to do what I do, and I love my kids. You know what I mean? So the balance has to be found. Simple as that.
A guy called Joe wants to know what you say to your kids about the sort of current troubles, the stabbings and the guns that are happening now. What sort of guidance do you give your children?
I don't say anything. I don't talk to them about it, and that's kind of, I mean, that's the way I like to see the world go with this situation. I don't know about us, the media, I suppose the TV, everyone constantly bombarding these kids with images of violence, negativity. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no doubt, and we shouldn't be surprised in the fact that they're reenacting it. Do you know what I mean? And recreating that and getting involved in it themselves. So I just bombard my kids with positive images. They don't know that people are getting stabbed or shot on the street. They don't understand. It's not part of their life. Because they don't need to. Do you know what I mean? They're streetwise enough. And as long as I'm alive, nothing would ever happen to them, or I'd never put them in a situation where it would. So I think that's the way forward.
How much a part do you think perhaps dads and absent dads are playing a part in this current rise of knife crime and stuff? Do you think there's a responsibility on young fathers or fathers in general to do things that, like you're doing, like to offer this positivity?
No doubt. Goes hand in hand. I mean, I grew up basically without my father, you know what I mean, as a child. And that left me lost, that left me angry, and that left me seeking my own point of references for male influences, and those people became the drug dealers around me, the violent people, the older boys on the street. Those are the guys who I used as references to understand what a man was or what a man was about, which was the wrong way, obviously. Do you know what I mean? And kind of, I don't know. I think the fathers being in sons' lives, even daughters as well, in little girls' lives, is a really important thing, because that is your first point of reference to how to act as a man, do you know what I mean? And for a woman as well, what man she should be looking for to have in her life, you know? You notice a lot of girls who don't grow up with their dads become very promiscuous a lot of the time, if I can say that, and basically are always looking for a father figure rather than a partner. And I think it's kind of the same with boys.
IA wants to know whether or not you've introduced your kids to people that you work with. Do your kids get to meet famous people, and how do they feel about that?
Yeah, they're cool. I mean, they're very, very level-headed. I've given them that. They don't go around boasting about, do you know what I mean, who their daddy is or what he does or whatever. They're not really like that. But yeah, I mean, they've been most places with me. They was out in the States when I was doing the 50 Cent film as well, so they met 50 and everything. But to be fair, I mean, they didn't have a clue what the big deal was, or do you know what I mean? It was just like another guy. My eldest, my son Shayon, he's been coming to studio with me and meeting singers and stars and whatever since he was like 6 months old. So it's in them, do you know what I mean? And they just take it in their show.
Cool, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it for your wise words, and good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.